Hey guys, welcome to Denny's. Today we're going to be going over breakdown of the brand new patch notes just came out for episode 2, update 1.2.1. This is where I'm going to ask you guys to comment anything I miss because there is quite a bit here, guys. I'm going to try to make this video as short as I can. So if anything is important, definitely comment anything that I missed. Give it some upvotes so it gets towards the top of the comments. Like the video if it helps you out. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you feel that I have earned it. Also, by the time you're watching this, I might be live over on Twitch because we are doing a subathon for the release of episode 2, and I'll be giving away Serena. So I hope to see you guys over there on Twitch, and I will be live on YouTube as well, but the giveaway will be on Twitch. So yeah, let's jump into the video with that long-winded intro out of the way. So the video, we're going to go over the changes to the first Descendant in 1.2.1. So obviously, all platforms rip to PS4 and Xbox One in June. Main quest, Sigma Sector. So we're going to skip over the story. Basically, the main quest is a part of Glai's storyline, but also it is added on to the main quest, the main story of the game itself. So it's an entirely new main quest, and it is going to be based in the Sigma Sector, the brand new zone. It's also going to probably have a little bit to do with Glai, I'd imagine. And yeah, a lot of new players are going to be experiencing this as well. So this is a very big addition to the game, and it's going to be a part of one of the cornerstones of the gameplay, obviously the story. So that is the new story. You have to complete some starting quests in order to access it. You're going to have to complete the basics training, all that stuff. So yeah, new story, entirely new, two new zones, one that's kind of like normal mode and then one that's a little bit harder than hard mode. That's what they said in the live stream. Okay, so the drop-off operation for Sigma Sector, it has been basically restricted, void erosion phenomena there. Basically, this is all kind of story stuff. So like I said, I'm going to skip over a lot of the story stuff with the new zones, but you will be able to earn a bunch of stuff, energy activators, you'll be able to earn mods, and a bunch of stuff. So yeah, with that, keep that in mind. And then the high-value relic exchange, looks like you can visit Reina and Albion to exchange high-value relics obtained from Sigma Sector, and you can unlock, once you reach Master Rank 15 and complete the Isolated Desert mission, you can get EXP boosts, and it looks like they go from 1 hour, 5 hours, 3 days, and you also can get equipment slots from Reina, guys. This is actually huge news. You can purchase equipment in-game from this vendor for basically doing dailies, it looks like, in the new zone at a new vendor. So yeah, storage slots, equipment slots, and XP boost, which is fantastic. Unique makes me think that it's only earnable one time, but I don't know for sure. Again, this is like brand new, so we're gonna have to get into the game and see how this goes. Obviously, brand new Descendant, guys, Serena. Serena is the brand new Descendant that is available with this patch. Ultimate Blair will be releasing in the April update. So Serena, we've gone over all of Serena's abilities. If you want to check them out, you can check my channel out. It is one of the last videos I made going over the live stream, everything that's coming. We went over the Serena abilities, passive, first ability, second ability, third ability, fourth ability. So I don't want to spend any time going over Serena here because we went over that fully, but basically a brand new gun Descendant. She looks like she's going to excel with guns. Maybe not as good as Glai, but we don't know quite yet. Obviously, we haven't played her. She looks really cool, I will say, and I'm excited to play Serena for sure when the new update comes out. Now, it goes over obviously like the Transcendent modules and everything too. We're going to jump into the next portion. So external components. External components, this is going to be the Ascending Armory, Sprinting, Crusader Knights, and Unpredictable. We also went over this in the video where I cover everything coming in the new patch. There is 4 new sets, all with a bunch of different bonuses. The one that I'm looking forward to the most is definitely Sprinting, because it's going to increase some speedrun times for sure. You get grappling hook charge time, and you also get increased movement speed. So yeah, very excited for that one. Also curious how Crusader Knights is going to work, but also Unpredictable, because Unpredictable is very RNG. You just get random effects every 60 seconds. If you're going to get skill power, you don't know if you're going to get firearm attack, you don't know if you're going to get health recovery, and it's a decently long duration. I don't know if it's going to be good. We're going to have to wait and see. But yeah, I'm going to repeat that a lot probably in this video. We got 4 brand new component sets. And then module settings Implant systems. This is brand new. This allows the transfer of module settings applied to the normal Descendant to the Ultimate Descendant. So if you didn't know, we are going to be able to transfer any catalysts and activators that you've inserted into a normal Descendant. You're going to transfer all those into that Descendant's Ultimate version. So if you have Ultimate Sharon leveled up, but you didn't get or sorry, you have regular Sharon leveled up, but you didn't get Ultimate Sharon yet, do not put any catalysts or energy activators in her, for example, because you're going to be able to move all yours from normal Sharon over to Ultimate Sharon with this item. It's going to be only obtainable, obviously, once per event. These events are going to happen at the start of the season tomorrow, and there's also going to be another one before, or actually not tomorrow. I'm not too sure when that event's going to be. I know that there's going to be one that starts before the release of Blair so that we have the item so we can upgrade into Blair if you have the normal Blair, if that makes sense. That was probably confusing. Hopefully I said that right. But yeah, that's the normal to ultimate system. Then we've got the arcade tuning systems. The arcade tuning system, if you didn't know, is a brand new skill tree that is basically helping every single aspect potentially of the Descendant. You've got potential defensive increases, you've got potential skill power increases, potential firearm increases, and quality of life like cooldown reduction, duration, etc., and a bunch of different stuff you can do with the Descendant tree. It'll be specific per Descendant, guys. So what this means is basically each Descendant is going to have, to level up their own tree, but the tree is the same for all Descendants. So what that means is if you want to get better with a Descendant, you're going to have to play that Descendant more, level up the tree, and then you'll have that Descendant's tree fully leveled, and you'll be able to spend all the points in that tree. Obviously, this means that more grinding if you want to have this done for every Descendant, but if you don't play every Descendant, you just pick a couple mains or one main that you like to play, just level it up once, you'll be good to go, and it's a nice little power spike. I can't really wait to see how big of a power spike it is, but it's going to be a big power spike. The way that you obtain the EXP for the skill tree is from normal Sigma sector and high risk Sigma sector. So the mission of the day is going to be in high risk Sigma sector. That's how you earn the materials to buy the boosts and the storage slots from earlier. It's also going to be available in Void Erosion, Void Vessel Hard, and 400% infiltration operations. So there's a lot of ways to obtain the skill tree EXP to level it up. Goes to level 40. We're obviously going to post on the channel the best way to do it once we figure it out, so stay posted for that. Best way to do it is always going to be what most people do, but just keep in mind anything you do, or not anything, but a lot of stuff that you do in the video game will absolutely earn you that skill tree EXP, which is quite nice. I kind of explained everything here that it says in the patch notes, but more or less, yeah, the skill tree is unique to each Descendant. The value is dependent on its tier. Obviously, you could be tier level 20, have like 10 points to spend or 20 points to spend, and then you're not going to get much. But if you're level 40, you have 40 points to spend. Some of these gold nodes cost a bit more. Obviously, you have like tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 nodes, with the purple being tier 2 and then the orange nodes being tier 3. They cost more. So yeah, that is the skill tree. And then it's going to have 3 presets, which means that you'll be able to freely swap between 3 presets per Descendant, guys. It's not just in general. 3 presets per Descendant to swap through, and these presets save to your loadout preset, which if you don't know, the loadout preset's just what you put your gun, your modules, everything basically. Your dog is even saved now, which is really nice. So that is the skill tree. The Spec Ops hard difficulty map changes. Okay, so the map for Special Operation hard difficulty has been updated. Resource Defense has been moved to Fortress, and Mine Blockade has been moved to White Knight Gulch. So this is literally the exact same as it was before the launch of Inez. If anybody remembers the old hard mode, basically farms, you've got your Mine Blockade in White Knight Gulch, just like it was, and you've got your Resource Defense in Fortress. Whenever Freyna was buffed completely, and that was the best thing to do. Fortress is probably going to be the best way to get XP again, but we'll wait to see the numbers, the final numbers they come out with. So yeah, the XP granted in each middle section of Spec Ops has been removed or reduced, and the same amount has been added to the XP rewards for defeating monsters in each wave. So instead of completing the waves, it's going to come from the monsters now. They're not nerfing it or buffing it. It's going to be the same amount of XP, but instead of having to finish the wave, you just kill monsters, and the monsters give you the XP. Instead of getting the huge chunk of XP per 2 waves, you're going to get a huge chunk of XP for just killing monsters, which might feel a little bit better whenever you're going in there to do leveling really quick, so you don't have to wait for a certain wave to kind of get what you need to get done. But yeah, that's a good change. The chances of earning rewards for defeating monsters have been adjusted due to the change in number of monsters. So there sounds like there's going to be quite a few more monsters. XP remained the same or slightly higher than before. So they even said slightly higher. So yeah, like I said, the same or slightly higher. Content leaderboards. Guys, you are now going to be able to see everything in a leaderboard form. So there was Void Erosion Purge, but now you're going to be able to see Void Intercept Battle Abyss and Void Intercept Battle in general to see what kind of times people are getting on the hard bosses in the game, and you can compare your times to them. So just like the Void Erosion Purge leaderboard works now, if you get a really fast kill, you'll see your position in the world for the kill times on bosses. The looks like it resets. The leaderboards reset every 35 days, so that's interesting. That's for Void Erosion, and then the reset cycle for the leaderboards for bosses is 70 days. So that's quite interesting. Means that we're always on our toes, always looking to get that top spot for the first couple days, maybe whenever the leaderboards cycle. But yeah, that is a very, very cool change, and I can't wait to go in there and see how I compare. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of using the same strategy in this stuff, so not a lot of the times are going to be very different at the end of the season. But at the beginning of the season, it's going to be cool to see whoever has certain strategies and cool ways to kill the boss that's better and faster. So, okay, this is big. So 4 new ultimate weapons. So we've got the Malevolent, the Truly Deadly Arson, the Ancient Knight, and the ATAMs. So ATAMs being the sniper, Truly Deadly Arson is the beam rifle, Malevolent is the hand cannon, and then the Ancient Knight is the assault rifle. I went over these in the video as well. This is looking like it's going to be ATAMs might take a spot in the meta depending on how hard it hits. It basically takes up MP to scope in, however long you scope, and then it increases your bullet damage based on how much MP that it soaked up. But we don't know the exact details yet because they didn't go over the unique ability 100%. We'll check it out here. But yeah, Divine, this is going to be like kind of a gun specifically for Serena. This is a toxic hand cannon that might actually go pretty hard. We don't know yet. I'm like a broken record over here. We don't know yet. We won't know for the next like 6 hours, guys. Don't worry. It'll be soon. And then the beam rifle, which I'm most looking forward to using with Blair in the April update when that comes out. But I'm going to get it beforehand, obviously fully maxed, so we can get it going. And then we've got the details on these. So let's go over Malevolent, acquired from the Battle Pass. So Malevolent is going to be acquired from the Battle Pass. That is easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You're going to be able to get your unique copies of Malevolent, and you're going to be able to get it for entirely free. But if you want it fully maxed out for the unique ability, you're going to need to purchase the Battle Pass. Obviously, it's not really pay to win because at the end of the day, that unique ability being like 3 out of 4 is probably not a big difference from 4 out of 4. Unless it is, I might eat my words. Definitely let me know down below if that ends up being the case. But yeah, this is a very solid hand cannon. It's going to have some AoE damage. Truly Deadly Arson. Blueprints, codes, and materials can be obtained in the Sigma Sector Normal. And then the unique ability is Double Tap, Double Check. Hidden an enemy inflicts Void Fire when burn-related effect is inflicted. Void Fire explodes, dealing damage and transforming burn into a more powerful effect, Inferno. Inferno nullifies Void Fire. Only fire attack applies to this weapon, and other attribute attacks are converted to fire attack at a certain ratio. So this is going to be quite interesting. This might be broken because of these lines right here. The fire attack is the only thing that applies, and other attributes are applied at a certain ratio. We're going to have to see, but that sounds pretty crazy. The fact that literally it doesn't matter what you do, this thing is only fire. And then the Ancient Knight, basically Serena weapon for when you're in the air. You do more, have more accuracy, do more damage, you have more range, kind of raining down like an AC-130, but it doesn't seem like it's going to do a lot of AoE damage. We're going to have to see. But the blueprints, codes, materials can be obtained in the Sigma sector on high-risk difficulty. Beautiful. ATAMs. Okay, all this, the same as the Ancient Knight, can be obtained on high-risk difficulty. So the ATAMs and Ancient Knight, and then the Truly Deadly is going to be from the normal difficulty of the new zone. The ATAMs, like I said, longer you hold down your scope, the more it sucks up MP, the more of a powerful shot you're going to have, and then we'll see how far that shot actually goes. Okay, weapon, cap the fire rate of weapons at 2,000. Guys, no more brokey fire rate. Potentially, probably not. It'll probably be pretty important to get your fire rate up to as high as it can go still, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, 2,000 fire rate cap hopefully fixes some of the clunkiness with that. And then a new stat, multi-hit damage. If you didn't know, they're introducing multi-hit and multi-hit damage. Each firearm has its own value, which may vary. So a new stat, we're going to be looking for guns that have the highest multi-hit damage, and those are probably going to be the meta. But I might eat my words there too. We'll see. Void Intercept Battle. Okay, so jumping over to the Void Intercept Battle, this is Tormentor. Brand new Void Intercept Battle Abyss. You're going to be able to get Colo toys. You're going to be able to get skins for free for obtaining the green vouchers again. This is Executioner's older brother. So it is very similar. It has lightning damage. It's weak to toxic. This is going to be a fight where you're going to have to do a mechanic. If the boss lives long enough, you're going to have to destroy a little orb on the side. And this is going to basically make it so you can damage him again or something like that. While this is going on, you're going to have to dodge lasers and stuff like that. Brand new boss, brand new obviously like stuff that comes with that boss. Photo mode. Okay, so photo mode, they went over it in the dev live more or less. I'm not going to go too much into photo mode, guys. Photo mode is basically in the game, it's very, very detailed. As you can see here, you've got field of view, screen tilt, applied depth of field, applied instant aperture, focal length, show fellow, change descendant, rotate descendant, brightness, contrast, sharpness, vigneting strength, film grain size, film grain intensity, color fringe. You can literally be a professional photographer for booba. I mean, for gooning or whatever you want to do. That's okay. There's a cat back there. Okay, so customization of the loadout system. Added a customization loadout system. You can basically fit all your stuff now. Fellow, RK skill tree, all your stuff can be fit in the loadout system. This is the same as the loadout preset we had before. It's going to fit everything in there, and it's going to be much nicer. They are going to add inversion reinforcement in the future, but for now, you're only able to basically fit everything except for inversion reinforcement. Fellow, skill tree, guns, components, Descendant modules. That is what the loadout's going to be. You can now dye your eyebrows, beard can be dyed. They went over that as well. It's kind of funky. You can make some cool looking Joker stuff probably. The new fellow. So if you didn't know, new fellow. This new fellow is going to basically be a dog, just like the sheepdog, except for it's a golden retriever, I think is what they called it. I don't know. I don't know for sure. It kind of looks like one. I don't really know much about dogs. This dog has HP recovery. It still automatically dismantles, and it levels up the exact same way that the sheepdog does, with the same recipes that you get from Anais, the researcher. You can basically get those blueprints and level up this dog the same way from Void Vessel. Like I said, it has the auto pickup. It also has the HP recovery. So basically the changes are here. You can see previous and change. So grant module drop chance, the stats increase gradually per growth. That's the same. Item auto pickup, that's the same. The item recognition, that's the same. And then items for dismantling are selected per excluded from junk. That's the same, but we have auto HP recovery. And as the fellow grows, the auto HP recovery amount gradually increases. So for leveling it up, you get more strength in that HP recovery in this dog, which is really, really nice, obviously, because it might be a little bit better. The other dog is just going to basically give us, I think it was ammo. This is the one that gives us the HP recovery. This one gives us ammo. So the old dog is going to give us HP recovery. This dog is going to be giving us ammo every now and then into our clip instead of that HP recovery. It's going to level up the same way. Inversion reinforcement. Inversion reinforcement. This is hopefully not going to be anything crazy. I was really, really liking the way that inversion reinforcement worked. So now we're going to see a bunch of different changes. As you can see, this scroll lasts a really long time. So we're going to go up to the top. We're going to talk about the hunt category real quick. So biodensity was max HP stacked. Now it's max MP stacked up to 5 stacks. Shield particle was max shield stacked, right, for 30 seconds up to 5 stacks. Now it's weak point damage for 30 seconds up to 3 stacks. That's 27% weak point damage. This is going to be crazy. Neural focus augmentation was max MP. Now it's going to be reload time modifier plus 5% for 30 seconds up to 5 stacks when you land a firearm crate. I'm sorry, guys. The weak point one is going to be multi-hit with a firearm. Whenever you get a multi-hit, you get the weak point damage. So this is going to go crazy. This one that was defense stacking up to 5 times is now, on hitting an enemy with a skill, you get skill cooldown minus 24% for 10 seconds with a 30-second cooldown. That's a 33% uptime on a 24% cooldown reduction. These are getting massive buffs already in the hunt section. Enhanced pain suppression was incoming damage modifier reduction. This one now is on hitting an enemy with a skill or firearm, inflicts area burst inducer on the target and enemies within 7 meters. Incoming damage modifier plus 13% for 10 seconds. So 13% increased damage for 10 seconds on a 30-second cooldown. That's going to be a burst mod. So you have to hit with a skill or firearm to get that burst to go, which is very easy to do. Okay, recovery. It was the random chance to gain MP. Now it is when rolling, you have a 70% chance to recover 4% of max shield. Kind of boring, but cool. And then we've got recovery maneuver. So this is the grappling hook. You get certain stacks of shield recovery for using the grappling hook. Now it's going to be replaced by the random MP one, it looks like. So 60%, 30%, and 10% chance respectively to get 12%, 21%, and 7.2%, or excuse me, 27.9% of max MP. And then the heightened sensory cells. This one was used a lot. Whenever you were standing near a target, you had a chance to get, or basically you got 4 stacks of this buff that gave you 8.5% of your max MP. Now, when you obtain HP and MP recovery orbs, has a 50% chance to recover 11% of max HP and 5% of max MP. And then we've got the Vitality Burst. That used to be the recovery modifier. So that was when just defeating enemies in general, you'd get shield recovery and HP recovery. Now when you defeat enemies, you get shield particle augmentation. So shield particle augmentation gives you max shield plus 8% up to 5 stacks. Okay, so all these are changing basically. The survival, the old hunt ones are going to where the survival was, more or less, or the recovery. So shield particle, biodensity, crisis response, All that stuff is going to be kind of like the old hunt. And the seasonal, we've got photon stacking, explosive forging, arcade boost. Those are the old ones. You've got the, obviously the Voltia was the one. Now it's going to be a malevolent. So malevolent, whenever you use malevolent, you get an evolutionary cutting mechanism. So number of bladed cogs created on hit +2 when changing weapons removes that mechanism. Okay, so basically just more AoE damage for your malevolent. And then risk mitigation during Void Erosion Purge, grant risk mitigation, incoming damage -5%. Arcade boost is what it used to be, very good one. Aerial maneuvering raider, when airborne for at least 2 seconds, you get aerial maneuvering raider. This gives you a multi-hit chance +18%. When not airborne, aerial maneuvering raider is removed. So this is for Serena, is my guess. She's always going to be airborne for at least 2 seconds. You get, or maybe Keelan, if you can figure out how to fly with him, you get multi-hit chance +18. That might be pretty big. Okay, quick swig of water, and we'll jump over to the module section. One take, guys, one take. Okay, modules. Multi-hit damage and multi-hit chance are being introduced. There's a ton of mods. We went over some of them in the video, but not all of them. There is a ton here, so I'm going to put the patch notes in the description down below. I just don't want this video to be extremely long. Last time a season came out, it was like almost a 50-minute video, so I don't want that to happen again. But yeah, a ton of new multi-hit chance and multi-hit damage mods, as well as firearm critical hit reduction and all that stuff for using that multi-hit chance. There's a bunch of different ways you can go. There's also even more, it looks like. Wow, look at this. There is a ton. All these are basically repeats of the same one, guys, but they're going to be available for general rounds, special rounds, and impact rounds, and then obviously high power rounds as well. But yeah, multi-hit chance, multi-hit damage. Very, very big news. Okay, Battle Pass. So the Battle Pass is getting a refresher. Obviously, it's not a new season, but it's a new episode. They plan to release a new Battle Pass. In the Battle Pass, they've got some cool like comic graphics down here, but in the Battle Pass, you will be able to earn it the same way that you have. It's called Beyond the Void. Decrease the number of weekly Battle Pass challenges from 8 to 6. That's nice. And then increase the Battle Pass EXP that can be earned from each weekly challenge. Slightly increase the total number of supply coins that can be obtained from the weekly challenges. So overall, a buff to basically how quickly you get rewards and stuff like that, which is really, really nice, because it took me forever to get the supply coins for everything in the last Battle Pass. So unfortunate that it was like that, but this one, pretty exciting, obviously, that we have some easier ways to do it. Okay, events. Login events. Again, guys, I went over everything as far as login events in the video for everything coming, and I actually went into detail a little bit, but if you want to know more info on the login events, stay posted tomorrow on stream. We're going to go over them in more detail if anybody has questions. Basically, a bunch of free loot, and it's a 14-day event. There's daily events. There's going to be a 3-month event where you can get money if you log in for 14 days out at any time in the 90 days, which is obviously really good for new players. Yeah, events that give you free catalysts, free activators, free you get obviously the thing that turns normal Descendants into ultimate Descendants, all that good stuff. And then you've got the shop, guys. I will be going over the shop in detail whenever it comes out with the new skins and stuff like that on stream, so definitely check out my stream. I'll be going over the Battle Pass as well and probably making videos for both those, so stay posted to the channel. But yeah, a ton of new products you can see here. Fellow stuff, fellow decorations. You've got boosts. You've got a bunch of new paint packages, premium skins. Obviously, all the skins is what everybody's looking for. So yeah, we've got 3 premium skins, 1 evolving skin, and then we've got some of the, it looks like premium skin bundles for Serena with it's just a repeat of the Exorcister is what it's called. And that is all the stuff there. And then it looks like unlocking evolution stages with Sharon or Ultimate Sharon counts for the Sharon one, which is really, really nice. Obviously, it would be kind of annoying if it was one or the other. And then let's see what it says. When types have been assigned for more than 6 times, stage 2 evolving skin must be equipped at least once to equip. Okay, so in order to progress, you have to equip the stages as they go. You can't just not equip them. That's kind of weird, but we'll see how people feel about that. And then we've got content improvements. So content improvements, this might be a good portion to skip to, I imagine. It looks like there is a decent amount of changes. So let's take a look at the content improvements. So content improvements, you can now transplant optimization conditions of reactors to other reactors' first optimization condition. Great. Excava blueprint to the items available at ETA 0. Fantastic. The Void Intercept battle and Colossus appearance cutscene starting time so that you can enjoy faster paced battles. That is lovely. So faster intercept battles means basically the Colossi spawn faster. That is fantastic. Fantastic change there. Adjusted the transition time to solo matching upon the start of public intercept. Also good. Invasion expanded the expanse, that's a line, from where pickup weapons can be acquired. Previously within the range of 1.5, now 3 meters. So that makes it easier to pick up those weapons. Difficulty level rewards change some of the type of reactors that can be obtained and the area where external components are dropped. Normal difficulty, Kingston, Sterile Land, Field Mission, shortened the occupation, mission progress time. That's just a mission change, adjusted the monster locations. Interesting, because that is going to be... No, that's none of the Spec Ops missions, so we're good. Dungeons, added doors to the heart of the fortress, normal hard. Change the monster spawn location, so changes to the heart of the fortress. Then you've got Void Vessel normal, no more traps that hinder players' movements, and then adjusted monster spawns. Altitude restriction feature added. If a player character ascends beyond a certain altitude, the character will respawn on the ground. Guys, no more getting out into space with Keelan, and now that Serena is a thing, definitely not. So there you go. Looks like we've got a change to one of the commanders. For monsters, Commander Selder, charging shot has been reduced, so a nerf there. Replay requests. Now be reviewed through Descendant Instructor. More subquests will be added in the feature. Interesting. Bunny research, master rank training complete. Okay. So you can redo that stuff, I guess. Interesting. Weapons and modules. Changes were made to add fire rate option tactical rifles with tactical augmentation cores. Guys, this is absolutely massive. Tactical rifles could not get fire rate before. Now they can. Greg's Reverse Fate is going to be insane without a doubt. This is going to be a very good weapon. I'm going to have to level mine up because I don't have it quite leveled yet. But yeah, very good weapon. User interface. Change the UI. And then it looks like a bunch of different changes for the user interface. We'll probably notice them lightly as we move on and play the game. All these changes are for paints, guys. So this entire graph that I'm scrolling through, you can basically apply different paints and different ways to apply paints and whatnot. This is for universal, female descendants, male descendants, specific descendants, and then weapons as well. There's more slots that can be painted with weapons, so a lot more customization. Encrypted, you can now see the spawned encrypted vaults in the local map. This is a giant change, guys. If you don't know, with Enzo, you had to search for the vaults. Now you can just check the map. You'll be able to see exactly where they are at. You'll be able to get all the encrypted vaults without having to hear the ding or look at the arrow on your screen. Just highlight a map, waypoint a vault, and head to it. This is going to make farming those a lot less of a headache, which is fantastic. And they also ease the spawning intervals so you can encounter these vaults more. So that's amazing. I don't know why that wasn't like that from the very start of the game, but at least they learned, and this is how they're doing it now. Vault changes are absolutely insane. 5 potential spawn locations, by the way, in each battlefield. Okay, so Excav is coming to the limited weapon list with the trade limited, obviously, Duslin. We've got the addition of its research from Anais, and then we've got a bunch of changes there. You can obtain premium ATA vouchers from selling all the new stuff as well. So the Serena, Vesper's hunting dog, all the new weapons and stuff like that. Allow fellows to automatically pick up the Descendants and allow Ironheart particles to be obtained in the Sigma sector. So basically a bunch of stuff that you would think they would do with all the changes from the old content to the new. I'm sorry for going over that so fast, but we're at the end. That's pretty much it. It's been a long video. A ton of stuff, though, to try to justify all that. Yeah, that's it. That's the notes. I'm super stoked. Obviously, we have like literally about 5 hours before the servers, 6 hours before the servers are live, or sorry, 7 hours, excuse me, 6.5 hours before the servers are live. As of recording this, it is 10:30 p.m. Pacific Standard. I hope to see you guys over on my Twitch. I hope you guys have a great night, day, wherever you're at. And yeah, I'm going to be live over there having a subathon, making some videos. So stay posted to the channel and subscribe if you feel that I have earned it. And I'm out of here, guys. Peace out. Goodbye.